Most people like collecting stuff. For some, they like to collect cars. For some, they like to collect figurines. Some like to collect waifus. And for me, I like cards. Not just any cards, credit cards. So let's start. My name is Kelvin, and today I'll be sharing with you why I like collecting cards and how it can bring you one step closer to financial freedom. First up, you can use it to cut out powders. You can achieve so many different flavors with different cards. Just kidding. The truth is, credit cards is a must-have if you wish to retire early, simply because it will give you lots of discounts and lots of free stuff. I like free stuff. And by using cards in your daily life, it will propel you one step closer to financial freedom. You see, a credit card is like a tool, and when you use it correctly, you will achieve the best results. Some cards can give you discounts for dining out, others can save you on your transportation fees, some can even help you break down large expenses into monthly installments. Imagine this, if a card could save you $100 every month, you could take that money and invest it over a few decades and you will be a millionaire. Some people are afraid of using credit cards, thinking that if they have the card, you will unleash a spending demon inside them. They will think, I might overspend and bankrupt myself. Or they might think, debt is always bad. Credit card is like a double-edged sword. If you use it correctly, you can cook a nice meal for your loved ones. Or use incorrectly, you can burn down a house. So there's a correct way and a wrong way of using a credit card. The incorrect way of using a credit card is to treat a credit card as an asset to use future money. Some people might go, oh, I have a card, now I can spend next month's money. Don't ever do that. You should spend what you can afford to spend. For example, every month, after bills and savings, you have $200 left to spend. Then, you can only spend that $200 every month. Do not ever use cards to buy more clothes or eat at expensive places which exceeds your monthly budget. If you have a credit card bill which you are unable to pay, you will very fast find yourself in an accumulating credit card debt, which is super hard to crawl out from. So spend only what you can afford. Repeat after me. Spend only what you can afford. Very good. Tattoo on your forehead if you don't remember that. This rule is so simple, and yet many people find themselves unable to follow that rule. 55% of Americans have credit card debt. What it means is that out of every 2 person, 1 will have credit card debt. This problem was so huge that in 2019, CNBC reported that total consumer debt exceeded $4 trillion. That is bad news for the consumers, but good news for the credit card companies. By the way, that is how credit card companies earn money. They sign you up and hope that you can't pay your bills on time. Always pay your bills on time. Be smart, like Jim. If you have a large credit card debt, all you need is just one recession, and you may lose your job and you will be forced to sell your house or your assets in order to pay for the credit card debt. So don't ever have credit card debt. If you ever find yourself having credit card debt which you are unable to pay off, immediately go find a debt consolidation plan. They will help you pay off the high interest credit card debt in exchange for a lower interest rate. Yes, they may be processing fees, but the total amount paid over that period will be much lower. For example, if you are in Singapore, you could go to moneysmart.sg and find a plan for yourself. Link in description below. The correct way to use a credit card is to spend it on things that you are going to be spending on anyway. For example, I need to pay my phone bills, my utility bills, my transport, my food. I just take all of these spendings and move it onto the credit card. And by moving all of these spendings to the credit card, every month I will have some savings. Always pay your credit card bills in full. Otherwise, you will be charged a very high interest. In America, the average interest rate for credit card debt is 17%. If you fail to pay off credit card bills in full, you will find yourself having to pay off large amount of interest debt. If you worry that you might forget to pay your credit card bills, a very simple trick is to set up an auto payment scheme so that the bank will auto deduct the credit card bills from your bank account. Just make sure that your bank account has sufficient funds to deduct from. Another tip is to always remember to waive off your annual credit card fee. This might not be applicable for some, but in Singapore, you can do that. Most credit card companies in Singapore will waive off your annual fee if you constantly use the card or is a long-time member. Once you learn the basics of using the card, which is how to spend like a responsible adult and always paying on time, let's move on to better stuff. There's a very popular credit card trick which many people uses called credit card churning. You see, most credit card companies offer sign-up bonuses, and by signing up, you'll get lots of free gifts. For example, the HSBC card gives you $150 upon signing up, or the Visa Infinite card which gives you 35k air miles, which you could then exchange for air tickets. The trick to credit card churning is to sign up for a card, redeem its bonus, and after that, you can choose to either keep the card or just cut the card. And when you sign up for new credit cards, always Google to see if the credit card has a deal with other websites. For example, recently, SingSaver gave $200 for signing up a new Standard Chartered credit card through their website, which you couldn't have gotten if you had signed up directly. And depending on your lifestyle, you will want to decide between a miles card or a cashback card. A miles card is used mainly to redeem airplane tickets, while a cashback card is used to offset future spending. If you are a frequent traveler, then a miles card is a better choice for you, simply because most miles cards will give better rewards than a cashback card. Most of the rewards offered by a cashback card are lesser than a miles card, but you'll be able to offset your day-to-day expenses. For me personally, I chose cashback card because it is easier to understand and is better suited to my lifestyle. A card can also be used to break down large expenses into monthly installments. For example, when I was buying electronics for my new house a few years ago, the credit card allowed me to break down the bill into several months. So rather than using all my money to pay off that big expense, I could take the money and invest it. Naturally, just keep in mind that even though you could pay off several months into the future, just do not go overboard and exceed your money budget. And when you travel overseas, credit cards like Visa and MasterCard are accepted everywhere, like hotels, dining places, and tourist spots. That way, if you find yourself running out of money or do not want to bring lots of cash around, you could pay with credit card instead. A credit card which I would like to recommend if you travel frequently is Revolut. It is a prepaid credit card which allows you to top up whenever you want and has very good exchange rate and no exchange fee. So what type of card should you get? Well, it depends on your lifestyle. If you tend to eat out more often, get a card which gives you better rewards for dining out. And if you find yourself driving car, find a card which gives you savings on petrols. Or if you are the type that likes to shop online, get a card which gives you discounts for purchasing stuff online. Just Google which are the best cards for the category which you tend to spend more. What cards am I using in Singapore? First of all, I have the DBS card. With a minimum spend of $600 a month and 5% cashback, I can save up to $60 a month. The main reason I use this card is that it suits my lifestyle, which is I use this card to buy groceries, for dining out, and for transport. My next card is HSBC Avance with no minimum spend and 2.5% cashback on every spend. I use it to pay for larger expenses, or also use it to pay for expenses which does not qualify for cashback in my DBS card. Recently, Grab came up with their own credit card, and if you use a certain trick at this point in time, you can get up to 10% cashback with some Grab points. So I started switching over. The trick is use a UOB one to top up your GrabPay card. That way, you can get 10% cashback. Then use your virtual GrabPay card to pay for online expenses. For any over-the-counter expenses, use your GrabPay card to top up a prepaid credit card like Revolut. Then use the prepaid credit card to pay for over-the-counter expenses. I also have the OCBC cash flow card with no minimum spend and 1% cashback. My main reason for getting this card is that it allows me to break down my insurance premium to a 12-month period so that I do not have to pay it immediately. On top of these cards, there are some services which enhances the benefit of using this card. For example, Shopback, which gives you additional cashback on top of your card's cashback section. For using Shopback in the browser, just install the Shopback extension and it will do the rest. If you use the Shopback in a mobile phone, Just install the Shopback app and follow its instructions. Link in description below. The other service which I would like to recommend is CardUp. CardUp allows you to convert your cash payments into credit card payments, and in return, you will receive credit card rewards. For example, you can use CardUp to pay for your rental, your taxes, your insurance, and so much more. Not forgetting FavePay, a popular mode of payment in Singapore. If you use FavePay linked with your Grab app to pay in restaurants, you will get cashback and Grab points whenever you pay for your meal. So how much am I saving by using credit cards? My transport is $90. By using a UOB, GrabPay, Revolut combo, I can save 10%, which is $9. My insurance is around $200 a month, and by paying with OCBC Cash Flow Card, I can save 1%, which amounts to $2 a month. As for my phone bill, which is $30, I pay with the UOB GrabPay combo, which will give me 10% cashback, which is $3. For my internet bill, which is $25, I also pay with the UOB and GrabPay combo, which is 10% cashback, which amounts to $2.50. As for my dining out, which is payable by credit card, it is around $200 monthly. I use the UOB GrabPay Revolut combo, which will give me 10% cashback on top of Grab points. This will give me around 10% cashback or $20. For my groceries, I spend about $100 monthly, and I also use the UOB GrabPay Revolut combo, which also gives me 10%, which amounts to $10. All in all, every month I save about $46.50. So is it a lot? Is it worth to get credit cards for a few drops of savings? At first glance, not really, but it will start to add up over the years, and especially if you invested the amount with compounding interest. With $46.50 a month, I will have saved $558 a year. And if I take that amount and invested it over a 40-year period with a 10% interest, I will have gotten $300,000 in investments. So is the amount a lot? Well, yeah, actually, it is. So that's it for credit cards. Remember to use it wisely and achieve one step closer to financial freedom. Let me know in the comments below what topic you want me to talk about. Like, share, and subscribe. That's all.